What's up, traders? It's Mark Sebastian, your only option, and according to my son, the GOAT. Today in Trader Edge, I'm going to talk about the new all-time high in the S&P, what happened with the other major indexes. We're going to look at the VIX, we're going to talk bonds, and what this employment report meant for the Fed. So with that, let's dig in. All right, everybody, another new all-time high for the S&P 500. Why? Non-farm payrolls were hot. We added way more jobs than the market was looking for. Private sector full-time employment was up a lot, part-time down, all really good things. And with that move, the S&P blew higher, up 52 points. Now, remember what I told you yesterday. Going into the announcement, the market was only pricing in $37, and I told you that was not enough. Lo and behold, we moved to 52. The Q's up a full 1%, the Dow up 0.75%, and the big winner on Friday was the Russell 2000. What did I tell you yesterday? The Russell 2000 has a lot more upside. I like it higher. We got a really strong move. IWM closing 223. I think it's ultimately heading for 230 before it probably takes a little bit of a breather. The S&P, breaking these highs, it is going to keep going until we have some news that is going to get in its face. The VIX closed down about 0.25%. What's interesting is the term structure. Now, I want to tell you what's going to happen on Monday. We have this thing called weekend effect. And typically what that means is VIX is going to fall all week into the weekend and then come in on Monday and be a little bit higher. It has to do with how options decay versus when markets are open. This weekend, we have 3 days off for the 4th of July. Happy birthday, America. So there's going to be a little bit more of an adjustment on Monday. I'm expecting the VIX to be somewhere a little bit above 17 on Monday. What could cause this thing? And then from there, I think the VIX is going to be 15 by next Friday, maybe lower. What could cause the market to kind of run into some problems? It would be bonds. The bond market, TLT still holding strong, holding support, but I'd like to see it moving closer to 90 and further away from 85. The bond market is going to be needed to kind of support where the stock market is. Some big winners from Friday Thursday. Amazon had a nice day, up 1.5%. Broadcom, Apple was up more, although I think that might be getting along in the tooth. Strength in the industrials, kind of across the board. If you picked the stock, it was going up. Financials in particular were especially strong on Friday. Part of the reason why kind of everything got pulled higher, JP Morgan was up 1.37%. That's a big move for a bank. Goldman, another bank, had a pretty nice day, up about 1.9. So banking sector was kind of where we saw leadership on Thursday. So what is the one stock I want you watching besides the Russell 2000? The answer is NVIDIA. Up to 160, I did close at a new all-time high. I'm thinking it's looking a little bit toppy. You got to wonder if at a minimum it's going to underperform the market. I like owning puts in NVIDIA and Apple and then being long the rest of the market. Apple's another one where I think this rally on the Syria adjustment may be a little overdone. Folks, this weekend, you have an opportunity to join Hans in his income trading strategy, Turbo Income. He gave a whole discussion on what MTI is, the market temperature indicator. You can watch that video immediately following this. And if you're watching me on an email, click these links to check it out. If you're watching me on YouTube, please like and subscribe. And finally, for everyone at Option Pit, we want to say happy 4th of July. Enjoy the long weekend with your friends. have some burgers, relax, enjoy, and come in refreshed on Friday or on Monday for what I think is going to be a really fun week of trading. I'm Mark Sebastian. I am your only option. And of course, according to my son, I am the GOAT. Have a great weekend, everybody. Happy birthday, America.